There she is. So, dog, you ready to party?
Okay, ready?
Hi guys, I'm Hannah.
I'm Sadie.
And we're not straight?
I never know what to say after that.
I know. We're about to party. We're gonna
practice
get our...
this a lot.
No. We're gonna get some drinks, and by drinks I mean tea for me. So
I'm gonna get my drink on.
feel free to grab one and join us if you feel so inclined. It's gonna be super cheesy, but we're about to throw you a party. So
Here we go.
So we'll see you there. Okay.
Open up, you open up.
God, look at her little butt. Look at her little flat butt. It's so cute. Yes, you.
You ready? Can you get off? Good girl, can you sit? Okay.
How is it?
Oh, it's so good. Oh my god, it's so good. Like, really so good.
So good. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
I do this. Just a little something. It's kind of like a mixed drink.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. You guys, we're having a party.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, woo! We have, party snacks.
We have snacks.
Snacks.
We have drinks.
Drinks.
We have a dog.
A dog.
You always need a dog at the party because sometimes not all party guests want to talk to other party guests. So we have a dog.
What kind of person would be so introverted that they only want to talk to the dogs? Anyway. Okay, so like, why are we having a party, you might be wondering.
No drinks before the cheers. I learned that the hard way.
What do you mean the hard way?
At a wedding,
Oh.
I was scolded.
Oh, jeez. So many rules at weddings. Okay, actually first, before we begin, we have one thank you to a new patron of ours, Rapid Decisions. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining for your daughter. That's friggin' cool.
Yes.
We love it.
Cool.
Okay.
So we have been talking a lot about, do you want to do this right now?
Do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we've been talking a lot about the fact that our YouTube channel has brought us so much joy and I don't know. I think joy, yeah. It's hard work, but it brings us so much. I think joy and comfort and reflection and like growth. And so we wanted to share that with you because this has been such a hard year, I think, for so many reasons and for so many people affected really differently, and we wanted to share some of the ways that we have been really impacted by you and wanted to share our gratitude for that. So we thought, what better way than to throw you a surprise party.
Surprise. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. So let's start with some toasts.
Yes.
Yeah? I'd like to make a toast. Okay. This is something that happened recently that we saw a lot of during our sex series.
Yeah.
Parents who want good sex education for their kids.
Yeah.
And sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, we had so many comments from you guys about how this is something that you would like to share in the future with your kids when, you know, at developmentally and age appropriate times, but to give that kind of profound and comprehensive conversation an actual chance for people who are growing up, so that they don't have to like face the same exact challenges that we have, that we've learned from and grown from. And of course everybody's gonna have their challenges, but cheers to you guys.
Cheers to you
for that.
Nice. Too hot. Still too hot. We're good.
Want some whiskey?
I think that'll help.
Okay, anyway,
Okay.
to those of you who have commented and responded to others' comments and been really thoughtful about the way that you've interacted with other people in the comment section of our channel, on Instagram, in Patreon, it has been so cool to be witnesses of that and just see that kind of like expanded conversation after we have the really incredible opportunity to share our own thoughts with you, and then you share your experiences or your thoughts or your questions or your continuations of what we've said
Of discussion.
yeah, in the comment section
With each other.
yeah.
Cheers to you. Thank you. Still hot, but better. To all the parents out there who are here to try to learn and grow in order to best support their gay, lesbian, queer kids. God,
Huge cheers.
huge cheers to you. 1,000 times over. Yeah, that's a big one.
I think we've seen, and not just parents, but other family members, uncles,
Grandparents.
aunts, grandparents, daughters, sons. It's been really amazing to see that, and coming from a generation, I suppose, where a lot of when a lot of our peers have come out, they've had really negative reactions from family members, and we've experienced that too. And that has been so inspiring. It's like that's what we want for younger people. That's what we want for people who come out in the future, whether they come out when they're young or whether they come out when they're older, like me. You always want the support of the people who you love and care about, and who love and care about you. You want them to do that unconditionally. So
Yeah. And the more
So
you
important.
can see the humanity in everyone, like, I don't know, the better. The
Yeah.
more people can understand each other, even if you're not here on behalf of a family member or a friend, or even if you're just curious, but you want to know more. Thank
Yeah.
you for being here.
thank you so much.
Yeah, let's do another cheers.
Second
to that.
cheers.
Second cheers to that one.
I don't hate on second cheers because it's like a second sip, so I'm all about it.
All about the second, the third.
Hell yeah. To all the people who voted already in the election.
Woo! Woo!
Yes. If you haven't voted yet and you have a plan to do so, that is awesome as well. If you haven't voted yet and you don't have a plan, please vote. Please,
Yeah.
please vote.
Please vote. And if you're not in the US and you're voting elsewhere, cheers to you too.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We voted, we double checked that it counted, we're all good. Cheers to that. It matters.
I tried to have Shell pose for a picture with the little ballot stub. Not the ballot. I wasn't ready to give that up. But the little this is your
Dangerous.
ballot number ticket stub.
Yeah.
And she ate it, so.
We'll show a quick photo of that. Okay, next one. To all the people who come here and publicly reflect and learn, in our comment section. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. That's the biggest deal to me. People who are willing to grow and reflect and change and try to better themselves, that is worth 1 billion gold stars in my book. So yes, cheers to you.
I have no gold stars, but I do have whiskey.
That's kind of like a gold star of its own.
Oh, it's gold star in my book, for sure. I think this is so important, especially because we are not taught to reflect publicly. We're told that it's a really good thing, but we rarely see it modeled from people who are, older than us. We rarely see it modeled from people who are in positions of power to say very genuinely, I made a mistake and this is what I'd like to do better. I think we see a lot of when it's a half-hearted apology. We see a lot of that from Hollywood. I think a lot of I just wanted to come on here and say that I'm really sorry.
Because my publicist told me that I had to.
Yeah. But to normalize that growth and respect people who are doing that, it feels really scary to say, hey, I didn't know this before and I'm better off knowing it now. We very strongly value that, and
Yes.
we want to learn too. And I think that we've learned a lot from you as well. And
Yeah.
seeing that modeled is a really good reminder for us.
Yeah. And I admire it a lot as well. I'm really bad at it. I'm really bad at admitting when I'm wrong or when I don't know something or when I didn't know something. So it's a really hard thing for me to do. So when I see it, I'm like, oh my gosh, you're incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool. Cool.
Okay.
Next, cheers with the watermelon.
Yeah.
Okay, this is related. We want to give another cheers for people who are reflecting in private and who are not maybe sharing that publicly, but who are doing the work and learning and growing and keep coming back to learn more from us or from other people or to share more in this community. Cheers to you. That's super important work as well.
Cheers to you.
That was horrible.
What, you just want the juice to get all over our carpet? Just saying. Shout out to all the people who are trying to be more conscious about their purchasing decisions. We all know that speaking with your dollar is really impactful. It's a way to show support to the businesses and the organizations that you care about. And withholding your dollar is also a way to show your values. If you're trying not to support maybe corporations that you find to be harmful or damaging. So we've tried to be a lot more conscious about that recently, and we know a lot of you guys have too, and we've read about some of it in the comment section.
Yeah.
So
Especially with the book club on Patreon, I think.
Yes.
You know, people wanting to purchase the book, and that has been, it's cool to see people choosing independent bookstores and things of that nature.
yes.
So another note on that in just a moment, but first, cheers to you.
Cheers to you. We appreciate it. Okay, so you guys, I saw this somewhere on social media. I don't know where I saw it first, but it's called Bookshop, and they are the coolest organization that I've learned about in the past week, at least. They wanted to become like a rival of Amazon, but on behalf of small independent bookstores. So essentially, they've combined forces of all of these small independent bookstores all over the country, I believe, to set up this online platform where all of them can sell their books at competitive prices so that people have a one-stop shop to go to find virtually any book that they're looking for, that can ship all over the country and not support Amazon for people who are trying not to support Amazon.
Yeah.
So they have an affiliate program. We set up a bookstore. It's so cool. We have a couple lists on there. One is like the book club books that we've been doing in our Patreon or that we've voted on. And also a list of my favorite books that I've ever read. There are 30 on there, so, you know, like my favorite.
Just a small selection.
Just a small selection of my favorite books. But go check it out. We'll put the link in the description.
Yes.
There's a small commission if you choose to purchase from there through us, so we're super grateful for that. But for those of you who have been asking for a reading list,
Yeah, that's
there
what
it
it
is.
is. Also kind of related, folks who are making a conscious effort to support Black-owned businesses, this is like a critical moment in the life of so many independent businesses. And it's also just been such a profound moment in the movement for Black lives. And when I say moment, I don't mean a moment. I mean that it is a movement. And so making those conscious decisions to support those businesses wherever you are, and whether you're shopping online or in person or whatever, it is super important, and it's something that we've been working on as well. And it takes some effort oftentimes to find, you know, different options for purchasing, but it can make such a huge impact for those businesses and those people and their livelihoods. I was just looking, I think there are like 35,000 beauty product companies in the US, and I think only 2,500 of them are owned by Black individuals. And so seeking those opportunities out,
It matters.
so important. It does matter, yeah.
So if you're doing that work, cheers to
Cheers to
you.
you.
Okay. This next one's going to be a little bit heavier and hit close to home because these are things I think all of us have been doing a lot more of recently. But to those of you who are having really difficult conversations with your family members and the ones you love, difficult. Oh, that was so.
Sorry, you can start over.
No, it's okay. Difficult political conversations, conversations about social justice, about coronavirus, conversations about
The election.
the election, anything that you disagree on with someone, for people who are turning toward each other to have those conversations. Those are so hard. Every party needs music.
And every party needs a pooper.
Are you upset that we're not paying attention to you? Do you want a watermelon? Yep, come out. It's for you.
Come on, come.
Come on.
She got it everywhere.
I'll clean that up. She just wanted to be part of the party, you know? There we go. Perfect. Your arm is down my shirt. Oh, honey. Yeah. We're back. Back. I have a really hard time starting those conversations with my family. I think I was maybe raised in an environment where you don't necessarily talk about the hard things. It seems to be common for people to be kind of socialized to believe that having hard conversations with people is like dangerous or risky or can result in like broken friendships and broken relationships and so therefore is like avoided if at all possible.
Yeah. And people are proud to say that they, you know, they don't talk about politics or they don't
Yes.
want to politicize everything or they weaponize kindness and love often to say, you know, we can disagree and still be friends, and creating these kind of false equivalencies that are not relevant in a conversation about the dignity of someone's humanity.
Yeah, and saying like, I love you, but I don't support the fact that you're gay. That then you don't love them. Then
Yeah.
that's not love.
Yeah.
So conflating those two messages is harmful and yeah, and for that reason, a lot of people are scared to have those conversations because it might reveal some like hard to swallow truths about maybe the people that are in your life.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that there are a lot of people who are doing that even with that fear and
Yes.
kind of maintaining that courageousness and trusting in the relationship and knowing that the relationship is bigger than a conversation, which is really important. And hopefully those relationships are the foundation for some growth, like we were talking about earlier,
Yeah.
and maybe like some public reflection. Hopefully that is something that can happen. And I've experienced that. I know Hannah's experienced that with conversations with family. I know I've had some really powerful conversations with my family members where I have learned from them and they have learned from me. And that has been hard still. And so it is really cool that you guys are doing that.
Yeah. And we've even had those with each other.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. So, cheers to those relationships, cheers to the conversations, and cheers to you guys for having them.
I had to get another drink because Shell's crying so much. Now she's asleep. Okay, very last one, and certainly not least important, but cheers to all the people coming out for the first time or coming out for the millionth time, whether that's publicly to a small group of people or just to yourself. That is so awesome. And a special maybe like asterisk thank you to people who have come out to us first. We've had a handful of you who have said, you know, I've never told anyone this, but, and that's a huge step. Coming out to anyone, including yourself, is such a huge hurdle. And hopefully, you know, we're going to chip away at that barrier and that's not going to be as much of a challenge. But for right now, we know that it is really hard, but it's really powerful. And if you are unable to come out publicly for whatever your circumstances, we still see you, we still love you, and we want to support you in spirit, and we know we can't be there in person, but we love you, and
and we hope that in being here you know that from us and you feel that from us. We want to be those people who make you know that we're here for you. So cheers to you for coming out of the closet, to yourself, to your family, to anyone, to the world, to no one, for being gay, for being queer, for being straight. Cheers to all of you.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Thanks for coming to the party. And with that,
we're gonna play some beer pong.
Yes, 1 versus 1. If I'm not gonna drink, will you drink for me?
All right, we're gonna do something else.
Okay.
Thank you guys so much. We love you. We wanted to say all of the things out loud that we think in our heads and that we talk about privately. So we wanted to actually share that with you because we know that it doesn't really mean anything unless we do say that to you. So it means a lot to us. So we wanted to share it with you.
Yes, something to celebrate.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you and good night. Bye. This is real life.
This is not going in the video. Sorry, I can't get your face in the frame because your ears are too big. Just kidding, your ears are perfect. First to fall asleep at the party.